Welcome back to STL Toyota Off-Road. You've got Eric once again. Anyways, back again sooner than last time I've done this. Anyways, I'm on here to talk about something that we got coming up. Something I'm excited about. I do the podcast, 90% of the podcast. We have Kyle on, and we've yet to have Brandon on. Brandon's not coming on. He's a little camera shy. He said he's going to work on that. He's contemplating dropping a YouTube video, and I encourage him. I hope he does. But anyways, obviously we're Toyota enthusiasts, and that's why we're here. Steel Toyota Off-Road. If you've got your rig and you're listening to this, you've probably you've watched our YouTube videos, you follow our page, you follow our Instagram, amongst probably hundreds of others on Instagram as well. But you come through and your feed will suggest other things to you as your YouTube. I watch all kinds of different Toyota based adventures and mechanics and overlanding type things, off-roading type things on my YouTube. So YouTube algorithm, feeds you more of what they think you are into, and well, I mean, they're usually pretty right. AI is freaking scary. Anyhow, I digress. So anyways, you're searching through and you find some that are really cool and you find some that are whatever. But every once in a while you find that one that's like, wow, what is this? So anyways, I came across a YouTube that I just really got into. I seen one video probably a while back, and I watched. I'm like, okay, that was informative. That's cool, And then YouTube will throw you another one every once in a while. I'm like, I watch it, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty neat. It's a pretty neat video, and so anyways, I got into it and I started watching all his videos. This guy has only got 6 videos, but in those 6 videos, he covers so much information. It is Toyota information about suspension, primarily about suspension. Let's see, I'm trying to think if it's all suspension. It looks like it. It's all suspension. So anyways, his channel is Tinkerer's Adventures. So Tinkerers Adventures. Look it up on YouTube. I will link it. And Tinkerers Adventures on YouTube, Tinkerers Adventures on Instagram. And these guys look at a Facebook page. I'll link what I can in the description here. But it's a page worth checking out. He goes over not just he's a Toyota, he's a Toyota guy. But he goes over the suspension, and he goes over the science of the suspension. Now, he puts in a lot of work into these videos, a lot of work. And I don't just mean production quality. I'm not saying he's going on adventures and doing cinematic camera work. What I'm talking about with a lot of work is he's actually turning bolts on this and taking A-arms off and different suspension. He's doing lifts. He's measuring the travel distance of everything, and how a lift doesn't just mean doesn't equal to travel. A lot of really, really helpful information on the suspension of the i.f.s on the Toyotas, and it's really neat. I mean, there's other YouTubers out there that will touch base on some of this information that he's doing, but nothing nearly as in depth as what this guy is doing. It's a really cool channel, and I highly recommend you checking it out if you're at all interested in actually maybe upgrading your suspension if you have something in mind, or if you have your suspension upgraded. This will really tell you the science and how it actually works together, and how manufacturers will list things differently than other manufacturers. So you might have something that you didn't know you had, or you might not have something you thought you had. But anyways, I found his videos. I thought they're really cool. I found him on Instagram. I reached out to him. I said, hey, I like your stuff. I have a podcast. Would you be interested in coming on? And he said, yes. Yes, I would be interested in coming on. He said he's never done a podcast before, and he looks forward to it. So I'm like, that's so sweet. We've got a guest here that I'm pretty excited about. This guy is way more intelligent than I am. He puts in the effort, and he does the science and geometry and algebra and all that to go along with the suspension. But I look forward to the conversation. It's gonna be really cool. As I mentioned, he's only got 6 videos out, but he's already at 10,000 subscribers, which I think, he's got a bright future ahead of him. So this is the YouTube aspect of it. And as far as when you look at his Instagram page or YouTube page, you're going to see a front bumper on his FJ. That is one of a kind, I guess I should say. But it's soon to be not one of a kind. From what I gather, now I'm going to speak to him more on this subject when we speak in hand. But from what I gather, he looks like he's going to put those bumpers into production. These bumpers are sick. There is no other bumper on the market that looks like this. It is a really, really cool looking bumper for the FJs. This is for the FJs. From what I gather, that's what he has. I'm looking right now at his page, and he's got a Lexus. He does the suspension on with the KDSS. He does the suspension on that, the FJ. He's got a 4Runner here. Several on his Instagram. He has several different FJs, but this bumper's cool. And it looks like he's going to be putting it in production. Looks like he installed the FJ bumper on the front of the Lexus, and I tell you what, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It looks pretty good. But anyways, I'm gonna have him on here next Wednesday, or not Wednesday, next Thursday, which I believe is the 30th. So look for the podcast shortly thereafter. But I just wanted to get on here and tell you about that coming up. And I'm excited about it. Obviously, don't forget about more Expo coming up quickly. So I'm nervous, excited, and all the above. And as always, don't forget to check out Pruitt Mountain. 900 freaking acres of playground. It is an extremely awesome place. There's plenty of videos that we have on our page and our Facebook and even our YouTube. Pruitt Mountain is awesome down here in Caledonia, Missouri. So check them out. Find some information on them. You're going to love it if you're in the St. Louis area. It is the off-road park to go to in the St. Louis region. Anyways, until next time, we'll see ya.